alongside a diet of mainly watermelons, bananas, dates, and oranges. Good deal, man. Would be great to hear your advice on my situation. I have noticed my energy levels have been dwindling lately. That's your adrenals. Well, as you start to clean out all these acids and all the chemicals that would stimulate, acids can stimulate as well as break down. So I've seen it either way. So once you get all these cleaned out of you, you'll be good, man. Every other day I have some sort of detox symptom. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt. It sounds like you're pretty toxic there. Give me a picture of your eyes sometime. We'll go over them. I'll read them on the line here, and I'll show you what I see here. Whether it be here. So here's some of his things here. Appendix. All right, so you know that he's mounted. You know that he's backed up all the way up the tree, right? So you see that. Vertigo. So here we go. You got a lot going on in this cerebellum, and I think with that adrenal and this cerebellum, that's where your pressure, and I say more licorice gave you more pressure there because it increased blood pressure, and you could have low blood pressure one day, man, and the next minute have high blood pressure with this cerebellum like that. It's a swinging blood pressure. Can't treat it. You just got to get that lymph moving out of the head where you get all the inflammation and swelling out of those tissues, and you'll be in good shape. Low energy, there's the adrenals, headaches, and again, all this pressure and congestion and spasticity, anxieties again, going back to the stomach, the autonomic and adrenals. I woke up and my eye had cleared up, but now as I write this, the pressure is back along with vertigo and okay. So here's the thing, I definitely go on a fruit fast. Forget the vegetables. Matter of fact, you might not like vegetables with this kind of pressure. Matter of fact, I would get rid of all the vegetables and spend yourself on the next 2 or 3 weeks on a fruit diet. You're going to really get this. You're going to see this going on and off. And when you start detox, you start moving things. You want to keep detoxing, keep moving, because if you stop, you're going to stop in limbo, and you could have this going on and off and on and off like this. So you really want to move lymph and get your system moving as fast as you can there, man. I definitely put myself on a fruit fast. So I'll try to get Chris to get this up soon as possible for you. And love you, man. Hang in there. You're doing fantastic. You just remember, you've got a lot of lymph going on up in this head area, and I sounds like you got something going on in the stomach, no question, kidneys and adrenals. So really just shake that body clean. You guys are learning how to clean up some of the impossible things no other doctors could do anything about. So hang in there, keep working this journey, and you'll be well. But I would do the Ouija board. I'd definitely put myself on a extended fast on the fruits and the berries and the melons. This is Be a Go 76. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you for the spring of knowledge. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dan, Dan the man. But thank you for coming aboard. I hope this knowledge or information is good for you, and I help you. We're on a planet that's almost an impossible dream. We got a lot to do, a lot to help people wake up, and so whatever we can get done, you guys are going to take it a whole nother level. That's what I'm doing this for. I want you guys to be the next Dr. Morse. You guys take off and let's get this world cleaned up, and then we can go have fun in some nirvanic city of jewels someday, and we'll sit around and laugh about the journey of soul through creation. Gargoyle, Gargoyle 900. I am at my wit's end. I have a connective tissue problem, namely disease. See, I hate the word diseases because it traps us in to thinking we've caught something, we got some disease that's going to ravish us. Let's look at what's not working in your body. When you have a connective tissue problem, that means something's breaking down your connective tissue. What could that something be? Well, there's only two sides of chemistry, and there's only two major fluids in the human body of which all cells partake and dip into. And so this shows how acidic you are. This is P-E-Y-R-O-N-I-E-S, disease. I haven't a clue where to start. I have been eating a mainly raw diet for 6 months now. Plenty of fruit and greens. Which herbs can you recommend? I honestly don't know where to begin. I am fairly new to your video channel, but it makes 100% more sense than, yeah, I have to tell you that much. Well, I have to say this. Remember the parathyroid. We've been talking a lot about the parathyroid because that's how you utilize calcium. I would definitely start hitting on that. Use a glandular, if you will, and really hit that, because when you're in a stat need like this, you got to move lymph and get your body utilizing calcium again, because you can re-strengthen connective tissue. Very important, or you start scarring. So this is real important that you get your lymph moving, and view these videos on how to move lymph and the protocols we recommend. But you're just, you know, when you realize how interconnected everything is, you're going to go into the GI tract, you're going to go into the kidneys, you're going to pop up the endocrine glands, at least the adrenals, and for you, the parathyroid gland. And really start cleaning these acids out, so then connective tissue can get strong again, because I've never seen connective tissue that you couldn't repair and rebuild. I've never seen that. So as long as you can get the acids out of those areas, if you can't get lymph moving in an area, then you can't expect changes to happen. You can't expect a symptom to go away or a tumor to come out if you can't get lymph moving in your body. They're just not going to happen, because that's a causative factors. If you can find others, let me know, and we'll sit around them in a campfire and talk about it. But this is really the main issue that we all suffer from. And so getting into that lymph is real important, but also being aware that some of your glands, excuse me, that are supposed to perform for you is not performing good for you. And that would be specific adrenals and parathyroid. Get the kidneys filtering again, and you'll be in good shape, and you'll correct yourself. So hang in there, dear one. This is KSOE Berg. Pretty flower. I love those. I love those things, don't you? They're pretty cool. They were growing all around Indiana. I forgot what you call them. You know, those little things, and you blow them. They're round on a stem. I forgot what you call those things. See, if you don't lose it, you lose it. So what's in a name anyway? The problem for me doing all fruit is that I get terrible hunger after 30 minutes. Well, do some vegetables then. It depends where you're at and how fast you need to get yourself well. Definitely do your vegetables. Work with your GI tract formulas, your lymphatic capsules and stuff, and clean your bowel up and get better absorption. I think once you get good digestion, make sure your pancreas is digesting, your liver's breaking down your fatty acids and stuff, or your fats, things like that. Absorption, really key to get absorption. The only way you're going to know about that, I guess, is picture of the eyes. But if you get good absorption, then everybody's good, and you won't get so hungry. I notice people on raw. I mean, you're getting more nutrition than you ever have. You're getting more electrical energy than you ever have, but people feel more tired and more hungry. And that just shows you that, one, they have a lot of candida, two, they're malabsorbed, they're not taking stimulants, so their adrenals are down, and blah, blah, blah. It's on down that road of thinking. But take care of all those things, and you'll be okay there. Or you want to deworm yourself, because you just never know. Spending a good month on Parasite M&G. Look at Hilda Clark's program. It's so-so. And then you had what was her name? She passed here a few years ago. Hilda Clark passed too, but Hilda Clark, I mean, a cure for all cancers, a cure for HIV, and you notice if you read her book and you know what you know now, that she was way off point. She was just following down the medical thinking. But, what is her name? Can't remember, but man, she had you take them like 20 or 30 of the Parasite G capsules. Like, holy man, I did her protocols, but you know what? You will get plenty with Parasite G and M. Deworm yourself. Remember, you could have a malabsorption going on there. Definitely get the lymph moving, so all of that's out of there. Clean up the stomach a little bit, and because the stomach, is a funny place. When it's irritated and stuff, you can feel hungry, but it's not really true hunger, like you said, some false hunger here. So just clean up your body, detox your body, and see how you get. Suck down some green drinks if you have to for energy and stuff, but just keep cleaning. That's all I can tell you. Just keep cleaning that lymph out of that body, and you'll pass that curve, and then you'll start absorbing, and everything is good there. is focus on detoxing. I invest a lot of time watching these videos to learn about detoxing. I understand what you're saying, and I do get carried away sometimes in other things. This is ORTHOSR, so rich. Yeah, I agree with you. I just get carried away sometimes, you know. I'm going over these so much and so much and so much to you. This information is so redundant to me that sometimes I get caught up on a tangent, but we do have a lot of suppression here, and I was going to show you this because this was a comment about Constitution. And I want to show you, and I've showed you this before, but I want to show you the difference between strong Constitution and a weak Constitution. And they do come strong and weak. If you're unaware of this science and you're unaware of working with people by the thousands, then you don't understand Constitution in terms of genetics, cells, and how that interplays. But I'm going to show you, one is a 90-year-old lady. Another, that's a strong Constitution. The other is a female, and I've showed you her eyes before. She had a cervical cancer at 30, thyroid cancer at 34, and came to me with pancreatic cancer at 30. She had the thyroid cancer at 32 and the pancreatic cancer at 34. And it just shows you the difference between someone with a weak constitution and someone with a strong constitution who's never had a problem in her life, and she's 90-some years old. This other would have been dead long ago. She's still alive, doing well, but I saw her eating pizza the other day, and yet she overcome the worst cancer you could ever have. And in terms, pancreatic cancer isn't the worst cancer you can have, but the type she had was degenerative pancreatic cancer, meaning that your pancreas is literally falling apart. So if I can hold these up, this is a strong constitution. I should have them in here helping me. See all those strong fibers? Look at an eye like a wagon wheel, where the pupil, the black pupil in the middle is the hub, and there's spokes that emanate all around from this pupil. Just thousands of these little spokes, referred to as rods and cones, but rods and cones are actually deeper, but these are part of the fibers. See that strong fiber there? And then here is the opposite. This is a blue eye, supposed to look just like this eye, but it looks like this. I don't know if I'm out of focus, into focus, so I apologize. See how all these fibers are like webs, almost like a kaleidoscope of webs, and nothing, no straight fibers whatsoever? That's a weak constitution. You're going to see the difference when you work with each one of these types of people. You're going to love these people, and you're going to have a real pain with these, because there's a lot of work to go back and get to the blueprint. So I've got to kind of cut off here, so I apologize here. Let's see. Hi, Shannon. Let me see here. If spots are still full, oh, this is for the